Hello, I'm Tom Fisher. I'm the town manager for the town of Frisco, recapping the last council meeting that we attended this past Tuesday. First of all, the council covered many subjects on their agenda. The first one that I want to talk about is water rates. They adopted their ordinance on second reading to update water rates. What's most important about this is that our water system certainly is several decades old and has a lot of different components to it, whether it be a water plant for filtering water, our wells and their systems, our water tanks, and then of course all the underground pipes and water mains that feed water to residences, commercial businesses, all that type of stuff. All of that needs maintenance, and it's expensive maintenance. And so the water rates that the council adopted keep current with projects that we have to do over the next 10 years in order to fund all of that. So it's about $30 million of needs that will be funded over that period of time. And all of the water rates, whether it be the base rate, high usage rates beyond that, and tap fees for new development all support that water fee or are supported by that water fee ordinance and the fees that ratepayers pay on a monthly basis or quarterly basis, as the case may be. Also, the council talked about some community development code changes or other projects that are going to be happening in the rest of this year. The first one is that the council gave direction to staff to apply for a state program that will bring in a university professor and some master's students to help the council work on conceiving of what type of housing development, affordable housing development, will be done on property that the town owns on 8th Street. Another item that the council discussed was whether they wanted residential density available to our light industrial zone. We have a very small light industrial zone on Summit Boulevard in the 10-mile drive area, kind of think 7-Eleven and behind all of that. It's possible that that could hold more density in the future if it ever redevelops. So the council and the planning commission will be discussing that this year. One of the bigger ones that the council spent time on was drive-through businesses. The application for a McDonald's on Summit Boulevard kind of kicked off some of this discussion last year. There's various attitudes about where to perhaps prohibit drive-through businesses, our Main Street core being one of them, but also outside of our Main Street core on Main Street, our mixed-use districts. Is it possible that the council would want to limit drive-through businesses on those as well? And then properties along Summit Boulevard. There will be some discussion by both the Planning Commission and the council on whether to limit drive-through businesses there. The last item that the council discussed and spent quite a bit of time on was the fund, or the enterprise fund, that our marina falls under. Even though we're going to have some limited operations at the marina, but the marina is going to be open this year to a lot of activity. Because it's an enterprise fund, it's supposed to run like a business, meaning that the revenues that it receives are support all of the expenditures and capital improvements that go on down there. For a lot of different reasons, wage increases over the last few years, cost of capital projects, maintenance that is starting to pile up because of the expansion of the marina over the last few years and offering a lot more to the public out there. The revenue is not supporting all of the expenditures. We have had to supplement that revenue over the last 2 to 3 years with general fund in order to keep it whole. However, staff was suggesting that the council take that out as a state designated enterprise fund, put it in the general fund. It gives the council a lot more flexibility around whether they can make improvements, whether revenue has to support all of its expenditures, and the council gave the direction to do that. So there will be some changes in the way that we do the accounting on the marina, but the council was fairly firm that they still want to run it as a business as best they can, knowing that some capital improvements and capital actions down there in the future might have to be supported by the general fund. As always, our council meetings are on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month. Folks that want to make comments on business of the council or anything related to the town can come at 7 o'clock during those meetings and make a public comment. They can also write the council at council@townoffrisco.com. And as always, there's a lot of information about Frisco on friscogov.com.